Good morning dear students. Today we are going to start the second part of matrices, that is finding inverse of matrix. For finding inverse of matrix, first we have to clear to which matrix inverses exist, and then after clarification with that inversion matrix, then we have to understand the two methods for finding inverse matrix. The first is a transformation method, either with row transformation or column transformation, and another is a finding inverse matrix by using adjoint method. So these two methods we have to be understand. So let's begin with the first part, basic definition of inverse. So in basic definition of inverse, definition, a matrix A is a square matrix of order M, and if there exists another square matrix B of same order such that AB is equal to BA is equal to I, where I is identity matrix of order M, then B is called as the inverse of matrix A, and it is denoted by A inverse. See here, -1 is written as a power, that is called as a inverse. So this is the way we are writing that inverse matrix. Using notation A inverse for B, we will get in our equation A into A inverse is equal to A inverse into A is equal to I. For multiplication, we have to follow multiplication rule of matrices. Hence, using the same definition, we can say that A is also inverse of B. Therefore, B inverse is equal to A. Both way it is possible. For finding inverse, see here some notes we have to follow. Every square matrix A of order M by M has its corresponding determinant. Determinant of A is equal to determinant A. Because of that, whenever you are finding the inverse, the matrix A must be square matrix. Then only determinant is possible. Second note is that the matrix is said to be invertible if its inverse exists. And for the inversion of inverse existence, we have to check determinant value. If determinant value of matrix A is non-zero, that is not equal to 0, then only inverse is possible. So see here, the square matrix A has an inverse if and only if determinant of A not equal to 0. It means that the matrix A must be non-singular matrix, because for non-singular we already learned that non-singular matrix means the matrix for matrix A determinant is non-zero. So for non-singular matrix, there only existence of inverse matrix. Now begin with that one by one method. So first method is inverse of non-singular matrix by elementary transformation. So before starting with element transformation, please clear that we will do either row transformation or column transformation. Please note that both transformations we can't do simultaneously. Either we have to go with row transformations or column transformation, not both together. Now let's begin. How to start? For finding inverse, we will use the simple equation that A into A into A inverse is equal to A inverse into A is equal to I. Whenever you are finding inverse by using transformation method, these equations must be used. Matrix A will be given, we have to find value of I, and A inverse will be our resultant matrix. Now, the using of the equations A inverse or A inverse into A, there are two equations are there, A into A inverse and A inverse into A. These two equations depends on our choice of transformation. If we use the transformation as a row transformation, then we have to learn that equation A into A inverse is equal to I. And if we choose column transformation, then we have to use A inverse into A is equal to I. So there is a necessary thing is that for the row transformation, A inverse must be A inverse must be post multiply, and for the column transformation A inverse must be pre-multiplied. So this rule must be clear. So for finding inverse of non-singular matrix, we will use the equation for element transformation is A into A inverse is equal to I for row transformation and A inverse into A is equal to I for column transformation. Please note that the row transformation method is very easy as compared to column transformation. So always give preference to the row transformation. In exam, there is no compulsion is that use row transformation or column transformation. The choice is your choice. They just have to know, they have to understand that what is the solution of that given matrix as a inverse matrix. So you decide which is the easy method and follow it. Now starting with the equation A into A inverse is equal to I, we perform a series of row transformation. It means there should not be used any column transformation method in this row transformation method. So on the both sides of the equations. So let's show that A gets transformed into I. So see here A into A inverse is equal to I. So for the row transformation we have to convert A matrix into identity matrix. And that at the same time the similar changes will happen on right hand side. So I will be changed into new matrix B. Both sides we will use row transformation, not one side row and other side column, not possible. So after that transformation of matrix A into I, we will get equation I into A inverse is equal to B. And as we know that any identity matrix multiplied by any matrix result is that resultant matrix is the same matrix. So therefore A inverse is equal to B. Hence the new matrix B is called as a inverse matrix of matrix A. If someone wants to use column transformation, then we have to change equation that A inverse into A is equal to I. So that equation helps us for column transformation. We can't use A into A inverse is equal to I for column transformation. For column transformations, we have to use this equation. So see here, A inverse into A is equal to I. We will convert matrix A by using column transformation into identity matrix on left hand side, and at the same time there is a respective change will happen on right hand side, and then automatically matrix I will be converted into new matrix B. After that conversion we will get equation A inverse into identity matrix is equal to B, and any multiplication identity matrix is a resultant matrix is same matrix, therefore A inverse is equal to B. Hence the matrix B is called as the A inverse of matrix A. This is the equation we will use only when we want to use column transformation. But as far as for easy method, the row transformation easy to understand. So follow that. First equation A inverse into A is equal to I and use row transformation method. Before start with the transformation, we have to understand the simple basic rules. So see here, now A is a given matrix of order 3 and it is a non-singular matrix, then we will consider matrix A. See that matrix A with the values A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So we have to clear which are the rows and which are the columns. So rows are the horizontal values and columns are vertical values. So first we have to understand this is the matrix A, and now by the equation A into A inverse is equal to I, we are going to reduce matrix A into identity matrix of order same order 3 by 3. So identity matrix here is mentioned here 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Suitable row transformations are as follow. So we will always give the first preference to the row transformation, which is easy to understand. Now for that row transformation, first see that one by one steps. So if you clear with that all the elements with their positions from matrix A, then we can easily understand all the 6 steps. In 6 steps, the conversion of matrix A into identity matrix will be done. So see that first step. The first step is that reduce A11 to 1. A11 means the value lies in first and first column have to convert to the 1. That is, the element A11 must be converted in terms of into 1. So for this conversion as a number 1, always you have to use scalar multiplication of row we have to apply. That is, we have to multiply that row with their scalar multiplication. Suppose the number is a 5, then result will be 1 only when you divide 5 with 5. It means the first row have to divide with 5 or first row have to multiply with 1 by 5. So reduction of A11 to the 1 will be done by using with transformation by multiplication of scalar transformation. Next is then reduce A21 and A31 to the 0. It means the value from the first column. That is, see that A11 we are converting into 1 and then A21, A31 we are converting into 0 by using suitable transformation. But whenever conversion you are doing A21, A31, where is the one value is a fixed, that is at a place of A11, that value 1 can be help us to convert in terms of 0. Then next move to reduction of next step. Once you finish with the first column, the result will be 1 0 0. For the next column, that result you want 0 1 0, always have to make first that 1. Now that one you require at a middle place, that is second to second column. So check second to second column, it means A22 element must be 1. So reduce that element into 1. Again for conversion into 1, use scalar multiplication. So whatever the number will be exist, positive or negative, just multiply with its reciprocal number. Hence you will get 1 at that place. But don't do just for the one side, we have to understand or we have to apply this rule for both sides. In a similar way, the remaining places, that is A12 and A32, we will make 0 by using A22 value, that is 1. In similar way, for the last column, A33 element will make that 1 by using scalar multiplication. And then remaining terms, that is A13 and A23, we will convert into 0 by using this A33 value, that 1. So these are the 6 steps we have to apply. Someone can split that 2 steps at a different steps. So maximum 9 steps are possible or minimum 6 steps are possible for conversion of identity matrix. Sometimes automatically you will get 1 at the place of A11 or A22 or A33. So that times we have to skip that reduction of 1 or we have to follow that conversion of remaining 0. Remember that the similar working rule but not the same can be used if you are using column transformation. In column transformations we are going to use equation A inverse into A is equal to I. So if the equation change, so then we have to change the little steps respect to column. So now here the transformation for finding inverse matrix by using transformations, the basic points are done. So now we are moving to the particular one by one example. Find inverse of the following matrix by using transformation method. The question 1 is the matrix 1 2 2 minus 1. So this question will be asked in board for 2 marks because the matrix having that only 2 by 2 value. Start with that solution. So let A is equal to matrix 1 2 2 minus 1. So given matrix we will consider as a matrix A. Now for transformation method we will use either row transformation or column transformation. So as respect to column or row transformation is very easy to understand. So let's begin with that row transformation. So for the row transformation we have to learn the equation that A into A inverse is equal to I. Before finding that inverse, matrix, we have to check for the given matrix inverse exists or not. And for that, we have to find determinant of A. So determinant of A can be written as determinant 1 to 2 minus 1. And now everyone know that expansion of this determinant. Just cross multiply and subtract it. So 1 into minus 1 minus 2 into 2 4. So result is minus 1 minus 4. So answer for that minus 5, and which is not equal to 0. Hence for the given matrix A inverse is exists. Once the A inverse exists, then we can start with finding inverse. So for finding inverse, we will use the equation. Consider A into A inverse is equal to R. So substitute value, therefore matrix A, that is 1 2 2 minus 1 into A inverse is equal to identity matrix 1 0 0 1. So let's begin with conversion of matrix A into identity matrix, and we will use that row transformation. And what are the changes happen on the right hand side, we will check that. So first check that first value from the column. First value, this value must be 1. Now if we check that this value is already 1, A11 element is 1. It means we have to skip that first step, conversion of reduction of first A11 to the 1. The next step is that we have to convert these two in terms of 0. Now these two lies in second row. So because of that, we will change the second row by using first row. Because in first row, now this one is fixed. So check that now value of 2 when will become 0. So value of 2 will become 0 when we will subtract 2 from true. And for that subtractions, we will use this 1. So once you multiply this 1 with 2 and subtract from this 2, we will get result 0. Hence the equation we will get R2 changes to R2 minus 2 times of R1. And this equation helps us to conversion of these 2 in terms of 0. Now in this conversion, the R2 will be changed. The R1 is going to remain same. So write that R1 as it is on both sides. Okay. Now begin with finding one by one value. So for finding this value 841, check that which value lies in first row and second row. In first row, the 1 is live and second row 2 is live. So substitute R2 is equal to 2 and R1 is equal to 1. In this equation, you will get 2 minus 2 into 1, that is 0. Next value. So now here R2 is a minus 1 and R1 is a 2. So minus 1 minus 2 into 2. That is minus 1 minus 2 into 2 is a 4. And minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5. Hence we got an element minus 5. Now in opposite side, values for R2 is 0 and R1 is 1. So 0 minus 2 into 1, result is minus 2. And the last part, R2 is a 1 and R1 is 0. So 1 minus 2 into 0, that is 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. So this is the way we will get that elements. So now first column conversion of 1 into 0 is done. Now next part is second column. In second column, second row, second column value must be 1. So now we want this minus 5 must be 1. For minus 5, when will become 1? When we'll divide this minus 5 with plus 5. So for that conversion, we have to multiply this minus 5 with 1 by 5. But we can't multiply this just minus 5. We have to think about this total row. And this minus 5 lies in second row. It means that the second row is going to change with scalar multiplication R2 into 1 by 5. Minus 1 by 5. Because of the minus sign, we will have to convert into plus 1. So by multiplication of R2 with minus 1 by 5, you will get this value 1. Now the changes will be happen in second row. So first row will be going to remain same. So see here, 0 multiply with minus 1 by 5, result is 0, and minus 5 multiply with minus 1 by 5, result is 1. Now in opposite side, first row as it is, in second row minus 2 into minus 1 by 5, result is 2 by 5, and 1 into minus 1 by 5, result is minus 1 by 5. Now this 1 value at A22 is 1 is done. Now the remaining value from this column must be 0. At A12 we want to convert in terms of 0. Now at one place of A12, that is first row, second column value is 2. So that value will be converted into 0. 1 we will subtract 2 from 2. It means for subtraction for this we will use the row value 1, that is value from A to 2. It means the second row will be help us to conversion of first row. And now for this equation will be R1 changes to R1 minus 2 times of R2. So in that case the first row is going to change. So second row is going to remain same. So we will write as a second row as it is. Now begin with that one by one value. So for the first column, the R1 is 1 and R2 is 0. So 1, if we substitute in this equation, 1 minus 2 into 0, that is 1 minus 0, result is 1. Next is, value of R1 is 2 and R2 is 1. So 2 minus 2 into 1, that is 2 minus 2, result is 0. Now in opposite side, value of R1 is 1, R2 is 2 by 5. So 1 minus 2 into 2 by 5, that is 1 minus 4 by 5. When you are making common denominator, 5 minus 4 by 5, and 5 minus 4 by 5 result is 1 by 5. In next step, value of R1 is 0 and value of R2 is minus 1 by 5. So 0 minus 2 into minus 1 by 5. Because of minus, result will be plus, and 2 into 1, that is 2 upon 5. So result is 0 plus 2 by 5. And 0 plus 2 by 5 result is plus 2 by 5. And now see here, the matrix A is totally converted into identity matrix. Therefore A inverse is equal to this resultant matrix. But if we check that all the elements having common denominator 5, so that 1 by 5 we will take outside, and the matrix will be 1, 2, 2, minus 1. So this is our resultant matrix A inverse. So this is the way we will get inverse of matrix A. Just now we will finish with 2 by 2 matrix. Now we will see the example of 3 by 3 matrix. So how to proceed for 3 by 3 matrix, one by one step we will learn. So see the example. In that example, rows are 2, 0, minus 1, 5, 1, 0, 0, 1, 3. So for this matrix, first you have to clear all the position of each and every element. So 2 having position first row first column, that is 1, 1. 0 having position first row second column, that is 1, 2. Minus 1 having position first row third column, that is 1, 3. Similarly, 5 having position 2, 1. 1 having position 2, 2. And 0 having position 2, 3. 0 having position this 3, 1. This 1 having position 3, 2. This 3 having position 3, 3. So first clear that all the position of this matrix. Now start with the solution. In solution, let A is equal to given matrix 2, 0, minus 1, 5, 1, 0, 0, 1, 3. Now before start with that inverse matrix, always you have to check given matrix is non-singular or singular. It means we have to find determinant of given matrix. So therefore, determinant of A is equal to determinant 2, 1 minus 2, 0, minus 1, 5, 1, 0, 0, 1, 3. Now start with that expansion of 3 by 3 determinant. So in expansion of 3 by 3 determinant, we will do with first row. So in first row, we will take first element 2 and we will remove that first row and first column, and then whatever the remaining value we will use for cross multiplication. So in that cross multiplication, 1 into 3, that is 3, and 1 into 0 is 0. So we will get 1 minus 0. Sorry, 3 minus 0. So now first part is done. So now from first row we will use second value 0. But when you are using second value, always you have to do subtraction. So subtraction of 0. Now we'll remove that first row second column. So by excluding first row second column, we will get 5003, and after cross multiplication we will get 5 into 3 15 and 0 into 0 0. Next value will get positive, but next value is already negative, so result is minus 1, and then remaining that particular row and column we will get 5101, and after cross multiplication we will get 5 minus 0. Now simplify that value. So 2 into 3 minus 0, that is 6, then 0 into 0, 0 multiplied in part is 0, and minus 1 into plus 5 is minus 5. So 6 minus 0 minus 5 is equal to plus 1, and 1 is not equal to 0, hence given matrix is non-singular matrix, therefore A inverse exists. Now once we clear that A inverse exists, then we will start with that finding A inverse matrix by transformation method. Because of that A inverse exists, consider the equation A into A inverse is equal to R. Now substitute the value of matrix A, that is 2 0 minus 1 5 1 0 0 1 3 at place of matrix A into A inverse is equal to identity matrix, and 3 by 3 identity matrix is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Now let's begin with one by one steps. If we check that in first column we have to write 1 0 0, that we have to convert. So for converting this 2 in terms of 1, simply we will convert that 2 if you multiply with this 3, the result will be 6, and then 6 minus 5 we will get 1. So first step is we multiply this first row with 3. So R1 changes to 3 times of R1. So in that case, first row on both the sides will be changed by multiply with 3. Second row and third row will remain same. So see here, second row and third row will wrote as a same. So for multiplication, we will get a value 3 into 2, that is 6, 3 into 0, 0, and 3 into minus 1, minus 3. And here opposite side, 1 into 3, that is 3, 0 into 3, 0, and 0 into 3, 0. So we will get 3 0 0. So first we completed 3 times of R1. Now we have to subtract 6 and 5. Then we will get 1 at a place of A11. So it means the first row we have to subtract with second row. So we have to write equation R1 minus R2. Now start with that R1 minus R2. But in that case, the first row only will going to change. The second row and third row is going to remain same. So second row and third row is written as it is. Now start begin with one by one value. So from the first part, first column, the R1 is 6, R2 is 5. And we substitute in this equation R1 minus R2, we will get 6 minus 5. And 6 minus 5 is 1. Next column, value of R1 is 0, R2 is 1. So 0 minus 1, result is minus 1. In next column, value of R1 is minus 3, R2 is 0. So value for that value, R1 minus R2, that is minus 3 minus 0 is minus 3. Similarly, in opposite side, first column value is 3, 0. So 3 minus 0, result is 3. Next is the next column is value is 0, 1. So 0 minus 1 is minus 1. And next is the 0, 0. that is 0 minus 0 is 0. This is the way the first row we got A11 plus 1. Once at first column, first row first value will become 1. In the same column, all the remaining value we try to make as a 0. But if we check that A31 is already 0. So if only the way only part is remaining, that is A21 must be 0. So for this conversion 5 into 0, we will use this 1. It means this 1 lies in first row, this 5 lies in second row. It means we are going to change second row by using first row. Now how to convert? So for this 5, if we subtract with the 5, result is 0. It means we will multiply this 1 with 5 and subtract from this 5. Hence we will get the equation by R2 minus 5 times of R1. We are going to change the second row. So first row and third row will remain same. So first row and third row we wrote either as it is. Now let's begin with that, finding one by one values. So by the equation R2 minus 5 times of R1, we will get that first value 0. Because R2 is 0, R1 is 0. Next value we will get 6. Next value we will get 15 by using equation R2 minus 5 times of R1. And similar way on opposite side we will get that value minus 5, so minus 15, 6 and 0. So this is the way we will convert first column with 1 0 0. Now we have to convert second column with 0 1 0. So for this conversion, the value of 6 must be 1. So now converting this value of 6 as a 1, we will use this value 1, that is R3. So now how we will convert this 6 by using this 1, that is we have to subtract this 6 with 5. Then we will get here plus 1. So for this 1, we will multiply with this 5 and we will subtract from this 6. It means we are going to change second row by using third row. That is, we will get equation R2 minus 5 times of R3. So in that case, the second row only going to change. So first row and third row will remain same. Now let's begin with finding one by one value. So now here in first column, the R2 is 0, R3 is 0. 0 minus 0, 5 times of 0 is 0. Next is R2 is a 6 and R3 is a 1. So 6 minus 5 times of 1, that is 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. Next is 15 and 3. 15 minus 5 times of 3, that is 15 minus 15. Result is 0. Similar way on opposite side, R2 is equal to 15 minus 15, R3 is equal to 0. So 15 minus 5 times of 0 is equal to minus 15. Next is 6 and 0. So 6 minus 5 times of 0 is equal to 6. Next is 0, 1. So 0 minus 5 times of 1 is equal to minus 5. So this is the way the second row we will get that value 1. Now we have to make the remaining value from the second column value 0. That is A21, that is A minus 1 must be 0 and A32, that is value must be 0. So we are going to change this value in terms of 0 by using middle value 1, that is second row. So now in first row, if we just add the second row, result will be 0. And in third row, if we subtract the second row from the third row, we will get here 0. So here the two equations are going to form, that is two equations are going to change, that R1 changes to R1 plus R2 and last column, that is last row, that is R3 going to change with R3 changes with R3 minus R2. So here the equations are R1 changes to R1 plus R2 and R3 changes to R3 minus R2. So in that case, first row and third row will be changed. The second row is going to same. So second row we wrote as it is. So now let's begin with finding first row value. So in first row value R1 plus R2. So in first column R1 is 1, R2 is 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. In second column R1 is minus 1, R2 is 1. So minus 1 plus 1 result is 0. In third column R1 is minus 3, R2 is 0. So minus 3 plus 0 is minus 3. Similar way on opposite side R1 is 3, R2 is minus 15. So 3 minus 15 is minus 12. In the next column R1 is minus 1, R2 is 6. And minus 1 plus 6 is equal to plus 5. In last column R1 is 0, R2 is minus 5. And 0 plus minus 5 is minus 5. So this is the way the first row all the values will be fine. Now the third row we are going to change by equation R3 minus R2. So let's begin with first column. In first column R3 is 0, R2 is 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0. In second column R3 is 1, R2 is 1. So 1 minus 1 result is 0. In third column R3 is 3, R2 is 0. So 3 minus 0 is 3. Similarly on opposite side R3 is 0, R2 is minus 15. So 0 minus minus 15 is plus 15. Next in second column on opposite side R3 is 0, R2 is 6. So 0 minus 6 is minus 6. And last column is 1 minus minus 5, that is plus 6. So this is the way the third row is going to be changed. If we check that first column is converted in terms of 1 0 0, second column is converted in terms of 0 1 0. So now last part we are going to change the last column in terms of 0 0 1. It means we want that A33 element 1. At the place A33 element is 3. So now we are going to change this 3 in terms of 1 by using scalar multiplication. So 3 if we multiply with 1 by 3, result will be 1. So the new equation will be 1 by 3 R3. That is R3 going to change with scalar multiplication of 1 by 3 with R3. So in that case the third row is only going to change. So first and second row will remain same. So we wrote first and second row as it is. Now let's begin with that multiplication of R3 with 1 by 3. The first value from R3 is 0. So 0 multiplied 1 by 3 is 0. Next value is a 0. So 0 multiplied with 1 by 3 is 0. Next value is a 3. And 3 multiplied 1 by 3 is 1. Next, in opposite side, 15. So 15 multiplied 1 by 3 is 5. My next value is a minus 6. So minus 6 multiplied 1 by 3 is minus 2. Next value is a 6. And 6 multiplied 1 by 3 is 2. So this is the way we will get the third row. And automatically this third row value will convert in terms of 1. We have to convert now remaining value from the third column into 0. But if we check that A23 is already 0. Only remaining A13. So A13 value we have to convert in terms of 0 by using this fixed 1. So that minus 3 value will be converted in terms of 0 when we will add plus 3. It means we have to multiply this 1 with 3 and have to add with this minus 3, result will be 0. But this one is lies in third row, so we are going to change first row with third row. And then equation will be, R1 plus 3 times of R3. It means the first row is going to change with R1 plus 3 times of R3. So in that case, the second row and third row will remain same. So second row and third row will wrote as it is. Now let's begin with finding one by one value. So in first column, R1 is 1, R3 is 0. So 1 plus 3 times of 0 is 1. In second column, R1 is 0, R3 is also 0. So 0 plus 3 times of 0 is 0. In third column, R1 is minus 3 and R3 is 1. So minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Similar way in opposite side, R1 is equal to minus 12, R3 is equal to 5. So minus 12 plus 3 times of 5, that is 15. So minus 12 plus 15 is equal to plus 3. Next column 5 and minus 2. So 5 plus 2 times of minus 2, that is 5 plus minus 6, and 5 plus minus 6 is minus 1. In the last column R1 is minus 5, R3 is 2. So minus 5 plus 3 times of 2 is equal to 6. So minus 5 plus 6 is equal to 1. So this is the way we are going to change the first row. But now observe that the new matrix A. Now matrix A is reduced in terms of identity matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and opposite side the matrix I convert in terms of new matrix B. So we got that identity matrix A inverse. This is the way we got the matrix A inverse as a 3 minus 1 1, minus 15 6 minus 5 5 minus 2 2. So we converted matrix A in terms of A inverse. So this is the resultant matrix A inverse. So today we learned that how to find inverse matrix by using transformation method. So in that transformations we give first preference to the row transformation method. And we check the two examples of row transformation method for 2 by 2 matrix and for 3 by 3 matrix. So in exam, any one of the type question will be asked. The values will be same, but the matrix type will remain same. So check that questions properly and complete the questions from assignment. If you have any doubt, any problem, you can send message or you can ask that questions. I hope that today everyone will clear with that transformation method. Thank you.